What's up, guys? Welcome back to my space. And today I'll be reacting to a video, and the video is called "The Full Story of Wakadinali." Wakadinali are a Kenyan trio, a rap group, and they specifically do like rap music. They are popularly known, like they make good music. And let me not talk much. Let's just dive into the video and see what's up. You know.
Wakadinali are doing better than Sauti Sol, Nyashinsky and Calligraph Jones. And this is not according to me. This is according to Spotify. And I'll tell you why. I never knew this time will come, but you have to give it to Wakadinali for their achievements. By the fact that hip-hop is not a popular genre in Kenya, and it only appeals to a certain age group. The group is made up of three highly talented individuals. There is Skam Kadinali, Domani Munga, and Siwasaida. Domani Munga was...
So for those who don't know, like I've been like about that. Like I've been following Wakadinali for a bit, and I've been following their stats, and they do make like they have like really amazing views on YouTube, and that's why I can't like judge or like put a blaming finger and say like they are, like buying like listens or something on Spotify. So that's like, that's how like they're really making good music, yeah.
One selling Mutumba, and for over 15 years, Wakadinali were...
And I'm not saying that they're doing that. I'm just saying like most of the people, like you'll find like they're buying like their lessons on Spotify, and it's easy for them to be caught. That's why let me not get like, if I think I'm making things worse for you guys, for those who are listening.
Making music with hopes that one day they will sell out shows. So if you think they began yesterday, change your thoughts. Unlike your favorite rappers, they believe in authenticity, and they won't rap about a lifestyle they don't live or which their fans can't relate to. So you won't find the Wakadinali rapping about Bugatti and chains.
Comfortable.
And I think that's why I really relate with Wakadinali, because they speak about what's happening, like what's really happening, and they don't like sugarcoat things. That's why I think a lot of people, like young people, like gravitate towards them,
Anpata mimi ni mse, life yangu naishingi according to Kenya niko nayo na ni hivyo kama unanijua yani. Mimi ni Kenya niko, mimi si msanii ndai. Unacheki, in fact kila kitu nimevaa, kila kitu niko nayo nimeenda under Kenya really niko nayo. Siwezi live kasa nyingine ati msays nini. I can't bro, I can't, it's not me.
For the longest time,
for those who don't understand what he just said, for the people, that he's speaking Swahili right now, what he's basically saying, like he can't live like a life which is not his. So basically he's living like below what he thinks he can afford, just because. Yeah, I think that's basically, if I made like a mistake, somebody, you can correct me in the comments,
They were known as underground rappers, but they later changed that narrative. Wakadinali gave life to underground music in the country, and this in turn gave them huge success and a huge following. Most of their songs, however, were blacklisted by the media. No wonder they got minimal support from most radio and television stations. But they still made it, and Skam Kadinali even admitted that they don't give a f*** if radio or television plays their music.
Kwanza si waambianga media fuck man. Hakuna kitu watatufanya. We are making money without them. Unajua cause tumeshazoea life ya kukosa kucheza kwa TV. Unaona, tushazoea kukosa kucheza kwa radio na tuna make do yetu.
So for the people who like I've been listening to Wakadinali since, let's say 2021, and a lot of people think like they are like, let's say the older generation think like they're very vulgar in whatever they do, but I think like that's our generation, that's what we are right now, and we just speak the truth, and people like mistake it for what it's not, and yeah.
Bila radio, bila TV, bila whoever, I don't know who.
They're the true definition of starting from the bottom. and now they are the top, selling out shows and creating trends.
Look at them. They look really young right now. They look really young. You might mistake them for, nice people. I'm not saying they're not, but you might think like they're just, but yeah.
The unique style and raw energy makes them a force to reckon with. Their concert performances are quite good, except this one where they performed drunk. But we understand, ni rongrende. In recent times,
I don't know when this was. I don't know when this incident happened, but the incident I saw was the one like in Oktoberfest. I think like for other people, for many of the people, like they enjoyed the everything, but there was one specifically who said that they did not like the behavior and the performance, but every other person said they were okay. For me, I think like they were just okay. I don't have a problem with that. So yeah.
Wakadinali have been dominating the music scene with their hard-hitting beats and catchy hooks, courtesy of Domani Munga. They do not identify with a single sound or a specific genre. They are versatile. Wakadinali first album
Wait. Like at the starting of the video, I said they were a rap group, and right now I've been told, through the video, I've seen like they claim to be versatile. I've not had like any other song like where like Ska was singing or doing something like that, So yeah. But if they say they are versatile, who am I to change what they say they are?
Kenya Cockpit One was a masterpiece, and it ended up on many playlists, DJ sets and radio programs. Years later, they have several big albums, singles, collaborations and cyphers that showcase their distinct style and skillful lyrical abilities. Thanks to this song Geri Inengi that dropped in 2021, which became a massive banger and got every Kenyan shouting, Umbwa. So how did Wakadinali do it? How did they...
As you can see, like they have 8.8 million views. Like in terms, like if you compare them with other artists, like they have like really like that's a lot of views. But if you compare them with other countries, it's not that much. But yeah, like that's a lot of views for anybody. If you are an artist, that's a lot of views.
Managed to rise from the streets of Umoja to becoming the biggest Kenyan hip-hop group in 2023. Let's find out. Subscribe if you enjoy this content.
Ati wako jukwani wakidai ati tusare crime, si tuko mitani tumechill, si tukisani fungwani. I gotta grind na ikibidi hata nikusanye fine. Ndio mfurahi sana nikamatwa mimi nifanye time. Hame naye upande meli bado stress iko, kaona msupa hama naye mapenzi ndio press.
And I think like the one behind him, the one with the red t-shirt, I know his name, but I think I forgot the name. But if you know the name, you can comment below. I think I just forgot, but he's one of let me not get into it.
Wakadinali aka Rongrende is a hip-hop trio from Umoja, which is located in Nairobi. The group consists of Siwa Saida, Scam Kadinali and Domani Munga. Wakadinali are gifted differently. Domani Munga sings the hook and is the most energetic of the members.
Streets are full of bumpy roads, lakini siwezi cross.
I think every time I listen to his hooks, I'm always like, like what is happening right now, I always like whatever he does with his hooks, and I think that's why everybody has fallen in love with him as the hook master, in every of like their songs, Yeah.
Siwezi cross mzebra.
Nakupata,
Streets are full of bumpy roads, lakini siwezi cross mzebra.
lazima ufikirie.
Brasta kukucross. Acha venye mapainting wanatukosanisha.
Domani and Scam Wakadinali are the fan favorites, and Siwasaida is a quiet assassin. His lines might sound simple at first listen, but they are actually deep. The group's influence on Kenyan music industry.
Oh, by the way, you should tell me like which of the Wakadinali do you like the most? Is it Ska? Is it Domani? Or is it Suicide? For me, to be honest, I've been listening to Ska for a long while now, since way back then. So but let me not downplay like the talents of the other ones, but they are pretty much like talented as much as Ska.
Is undeniable by even the fact that they have released more music projects in the last couple of years than any other Kenyan artist. It is by design that Munga does all the choruses, and this helps them to avoid conflicts and avoid unnecessary competition.
Hata ukiangalia Wakadinali, we are so si tuko organized sana mpaka una realizing hook ni mtu mmoja tu ndo uchapa. Sio kweli? Siwezi leta hapo kimbele mse. Like tumeji understand, but ningekuwa na feelings like mimi leo nataka pia kuchapa, ni pia mimi acha ni kwa hook. Bro, I cannot do that. Ni understanding ingine crazy ndo.
He's just basically explaining like what was explained before. So yeah, like that they are like systematic. Like Domani does the hook, and Suicida and Ska do the verses, and that's how it goes.
Ujo wache mtu afanye hook, yani wewe utaifanya hook, unafaa kuwa very humble, understanding, yani cause unaona ataenda na glory flani, wewe utaienda nayo, unanipata. Lakini ni kitu inaitwa organization. We never agreed inaitwa to organ.
Wakadinali used their influence to condemn violence and police brutality, and this is the essence of hip-hop, telling the truth. In the late 90s, Uko Flani, just like Wakadinali, rose to fame for their stand on various social injustices. Wakadinali saw...
So Uko Flani, for those who don't know, like for new viewers and things like that, Uko Flani is a rap group from way back then. Like they were the it group way back then, just like Wakadinali are right now. I've not heard like the rest of what they were talking about, but I just wanted to tell you who Uko Flani were or are.
Songs like Njege Masanse speak against police brutality. In the song, Munga is heard saying, Njege Masase wa kwende, walinifinya ken jua kuseti kwangu. In 2020, they released this song, Kuna Siku Youth Wataungana, calling on the youth to speak up and act against political injustice. They also have a track called Miadarati, which highlighted issues to do with drug and substance abuse.
This was what I was telling you about, they speak about what happens like in the society. That's why a lot of people gravitate towards them.
Wakadinali don't believe in trends. They believe in their capabilities and their vision, as visions have longevity, unlike trends which die with time. Their rare and authentic style made people to fall in love with their music, and this was evident in September 2023 as data from Spotify revealed that Wakadinali secured 5th spot as the most streamed hip-hop artists in Kenya. And this is after Drake, Burna Boy, 21 Savage and Metro Booming.
Did you hear that? That means that they are amazing in what they do. They're amazing in their craft. For them to be like in the country, for them to be listed among the top 5 like music group that is being listened to, or artists that are being listened to in Kenya, that is really amazing. And after like the big names, Drake, Burna, it has already been said, that's really amazing.
They surpassed heavyweights like Octopizzo, Calligraph Jones and Nyashinsky. They also emerged as the most searched artist in the country. and their album Ndani ya Cockpit 3 ranked number 10 as the most streamed album.
So ndani ya cockpit, I mean, means inside the cockpit. You know, like, you know, in an airplane, that means like inside the cockpit. Yeah.
In 2023. According to Spotify, they have a fan base of over 150,000 monthly listeners, with their tracks MCMCA and Geri Inengi garnering over 1 million streams each. Getting these streams,
you should go and listen to the songs, by the way, too, and you should give me feedback if you like them. If you haven't listened to them, you should give me feedback if you love them or not.
Is not easy. You know, hip-hop is not a popular genre in Kenya, so a rapper needs to put in more effort to get recognition. On the other hand, hip-hop appeals to a specific demographic. According to data from Spotify, listeners between 18 and 24 make up to 55% of hip-hop fans, for the simple reason that hip-hop songs resonate deeply with the younger people. And this younger audience, a majority of them are men, who account for 75% of the highest engagement, and female listeners constitute only 24%. So this makes hip-hop a hard nut to crack. No wonder some of your favorite rappers dropped hip-hop to go and pursue other sounds.
By the way, I think like I've never, like in like the women that I know, like it's very hard to find the ones that are really hip-hop heads, like those who love hip-hop, rap music and things like that, you know. I don't know it's because of, if it's because of the messaging or something like that, but you know, but I've met some who like hip-hop music, but they generally listen to ladies who are rappers, basically. But we're talking about Wakadinali right now, so ladies, like I think, like I've seen ladies who love Wakadinali, a few of them. I think I'm getting like into stats and things that I've seen, or you know, so let me dive back into the video.
Like Gengeton and gospel. No disrespect to Gengeton. We can't talk about Wakadinali without talking about some specific songs, like this song Geri Inengi, which is a song that almost every Kenyan, regardless of age, can sing it word to word. In fact, this is their most viewed song on YouTube, with close to 10 million views. Abel Mutua, a filmmaker, even wanted to use this song in his film Click Click Bang, but Wakadinali wakamshow tupatie for 50k. Na he could not give them the for 50k. Maybe next time atafika bei. Another,
and this is what I was talking about. I think like as an artist, you should stand up for your art. If you think it's worth it, you should stand up for your art. Like the people who are using it, who are using your music, are gonna generate income. So why should you not like gain income too, you know? That's it, because you know your art is priceless, and you don't know like if the other person uses it, they can generate more income, even more than what you'll be generating. So you know, I do not blame them for what they did.
epic song is this Cypher, The Wrong Cypher, that dropped in 2019.
Not blame, but you know, I give them a thumbs up for what they did.
It has been described as the most daring Kenyan hip-hop cypher of all time. And without a doubt, it is one of the best Kenyan cyphers of all time, and I say this with confidence. This was not their first cypher. They were first spotted in the Calligraph Jones Presents cypher in 2016. And as expected, they delivered and impressed hip-hop fans with their flow and effortless display of...
I remember this is one of the way, like, this is the way I discovered Calligraph Jones. Calligraph Jones is one of the top like Kenyan rappers. This is the way I discovered Calligraph Jones, and I think this is the way I discovered Ska too. So I think it works. If you are like a top artist and you put people like ahead of you, like you create a platform for people, like it you know, it brings back, like it brings good things towards you, and it showcases who you are, and showcases like people who we didn't know about, and we we get to find like to get to see more talent out there, because Kenyans have a lot of talent. Kenyans have a lot of talented rappers out there, and I think there are ones which we have not seen, and they are yet, I mean, to be brought to the limelight. But if people continue like bringing up other people, I think like artists continue bringing up other artists, will have like a solid, music industry, if I'm being honest.
Rapping abilities. Before their fame, they were just underground rappers in the streets of Umoja, and their story began in the 2000s, where Wakadinali and Domani met while in pre-unit. They became friends and they both loved hip-hop. Domani revealed he began rapping and writing.
Sorry about that, like there was a pop-up thingy. It's just by the way, don't worry about it.
In primary school. Apparently, they chose the name Wakadinali, which comes from cardinals, because they believe they will be the saints who will save hip-hop, which has actually turned out to be the truth.
And that shows how like tight-knit they are, because if they were together, like they were like friends since pre-unit. For those who don't know, pre-unit is like kindergarten. So if you were tight since kindergarten till now, that means like you are really like loyal to each other, securing the bag together, making money together, that's how it goes. If you have a friend, make sure like you make money together, yeah.
Si tulikuanga tangu tukiwa wadogo msee, like I don't know, nikiwa bado I don't know pre-unit ama film. So sisi mimi Domani akinichokoza naenda kwambia mamake. No, that's how deep it is. Mimi nikimchokoza naenda kwambia mamangu. Sisi hatuko pamoja because of ati tulikutana tukaanza kurap. Sisi tuligrow pamoja, mimi Dosh na Slim kutoka tukiwa wadogo, yani ile design hatuna beshte mwingine. Unaona? Tumejuana hivyo, yani ni kama bro wako, hakuna siku yenye itafika useme ati huyu bro si bro wangu tena. Mimi siwezi sema Domani si. So that's the...
During high school is when they met Siwasaida or Chief Gwetheist.
So they're basically saying what I just said. So if you didn't hear, don't worry about it.
And another guy called Okeno. Many people don't know that Wakadinali was initially made up of 4 rappers, and the other member was Okeno, who left the group to do other things. They recorded their first song in 2008, and this is where they got to work with Arrest 66.
Who knew like we'll be seeing this, like this is the Wakadinali, like even I think they did not know, like I don't know, like there's always this thing about like musicians, they always see like they know they're gonna make it, and for some it doesn't happen, but for some who really know what they are and they're really like perfect their craft and love what they're doing, it ends up like their dreams come true. So I think this is their manifestation like coming to pass.
A producer that understood their style of music and nurtured them to becoming hip-hop stars. Arrest is the producer behind songs like Chunga, Umoroto, High Noon, Wrong Cypher, and many other songs. This producer is also the person that gave Calligraph Jones a chance when he was starting out, and for this, I think hip-hop should be grateful for the immense contribution he has made to the genre in Kenya. Away from Arrest, Wakadinali's first album, Ndani ya Kokpitwan, dropped in 2014, and they used to perform in various clubs and shows to promote that album. 2016 was another year that brought Wakadinali to immense success. They were featured in the Jump Up freshman class of 2016 on Homeboy's Radio.
Yo, Scott, what?
And I think this is what most artists should do. Like, if you are into music, you should go to many. If you are a hip hop artist, like you should do more ciphers. Go to radio, like contact like radio host and things like that. Put yourself out, because if you don't put yourself out, like who would you know like you're even there, So yeah.
Cardinal! Nenda mbele si reverse ni narende silly plus tenje si attach bit ni mende twende sini smash fata syllabus flow ni mingi jaza cylinders sini kazi hii mziki na.
Imagine this is the time, like, if you listen to the verse, like, they're talking about, like, this is not like a flip phone, this is a touch, like, touch screen. That is a touch screen phone. That means, like, it was way back then when, if you had like a touch screen phone, or let's say like it was like a big thing. So, you know, it is way back. Like, it's just taking me back to a place where, like, I never thought like I would think about right now. So yeah.
The Jump of Freshmen was an initiative by Homeboys Radio that brought forth a new crop of artists in a bid to support them and their music, providing them with as much coverage as possible. And we have to thank Homeboys Radio for supporting underground hip-hop artists and giving them a platform to showcase their skills and promote their music. Wakadinali also had their own way of promoting their music. They began a hip-hop show called Rhyme Gym, a show where they were freestyling and showcasing their rapping skills. This was a big platform for many underground artists at that particular time.
And I think the good thing about things like this, like, it sharpens up like your lyricism, your penmanship and everything. That's why, like, a lot of people should, like, if you're a hip hop artist, you should do this or whatever. It doesn't mean if you are a singer, you should go to karaoke's and, you know, sharpen up your voice, performances and things like that, you know. Yeah.
Despite not having enough capital to set up these shows, they had a burning desire to change their lives and, more importantly, to push their sound to a bigger audience. The event used to happen every Sunday at the end of the month in Umoja, and the performances were pretty entertaining as it was raw and uncensored. I believe you can still.
So for Umoja is just like if you're in South Africa, would say like you're in Joburg. No, not Joburg, like Soweto. You're in Soweto. And if you are in New York, you'd say like you are in the Bronx. It's little things like that. It's just like a small the Bronx. So like, let's say in the Bronx, like there's a small hood in the Bronx. So that's how it goes. Yeah.
You'll watch some videos on YouTube. They're there. In 2017, they dropped their second album, Ndani ya Cockpit 2, which had 11 songs exclusive of the intro and outro. Wakadinali used a lot of trap on this album, which featured hip-hop artists like Calligraph Jones, Diana Codes and Timmy Blanco. This was the album that opened doors for them, and people began paying more attention.
Oh, and by the way, I've listened to Diana Codes. She's a good lyricist. Like, I've listened to her music, and I really love the music, if I'm being honest. And there was a place where, like, I think she was signed to Wakadinali, and then she, like, the contract ended, and I saw them doing music again. I don't know what happened with that, but I think I'll search and see what's up with that.
To their music. In the same year, in 2019, Wakadinali won multiple awards at the Uncut Hip Hop Awards. The male artist of the year was Scam Cardinali. Collabo of the year was Wewe Ni Nani by Steph Capella featuring Scam Cardinali. Best rap group was Wakadinali. Lyricist of the year was.
And that's why I said I prefer, like, my best musician in Wakadinali is Ska. You see, he's winning a lot of awards.
Scam Cardinali. Wakadinali was on fire. In 2019, Scam Cardinali dropped Kovu Freestyle Challenge, which got the hip-hop industry talking, and almost every rapper dropped his own version of Kovu.
Check. Be careful who you beef with. I was only 9 when I was caught shoplifting. I had to check on my neighbors to stop snitching. Now I'm giving back to the neighbors.
For a long time, the third member, Siwa Saida, was missing.
By the way, I loved the Kovu freestyle, by the way. Like, the beat was really, you know, catchy. It was there was a point, like, I even thought I would do that myself. I would jump on the beat myself, but I didn't do it. Yeah.
In action, and this is because he was mostly involved in shooting and editing videos for Wakadinali. Suicida is also slim visuals. I know you have seen this tag in Wakadinali videos. He will later join Wakadinali and feature in a track called.
By the way, I didn't know like he was one of like I didn't know like Suicida was a videographer till I watched like it was just a few days ago I watched like the podcast where he said like he was not like fully into like the Wakadi, he was not fully like doing Wakadinali things because he was in school like learning videography in order to help them with shooting videos and things like that. That's when I knew the like that's where the versatility came like is showed up for me. It's let's say showing up for me right now.
Ulikuwa wapi?
Na kama unarealize Wakadinali unarealize si wa kukua. Ni nini inafanyika? Ni growth. Unanipata? Ni sisi ni diff mse sisi.
In 2020, Wakadinali dropped the Victim of Madness album, and this time they switched to the drill sound. Some of the songs in the album include Morionzenza, Dilated, and Extra Pressure. A few months later, in February 2021, they dropped another album called Mtoto wa Mama, which adds songs like Ekelea Kazi and Mamae. The same year in October,
and by the way, this shows their consistency. Like they drop album after album after album, and I think that's why like they are where they are right now.
Domani Munga dropped his album Exposed, Munga's Revenge. Suicida also dropped his album in the same year called Wada, The Healing of a Nation, that featured artists like Virusi Mbaya, Diana Codes, and Big Yaza. A year later, Scam Cardinali also dropped his album Easy, which was a classic hip-hop album. Their latest album, Dania Cockpit 3, All Grown Ups, is
I think I haven't had Easy yet, but I think I'm gonna listen to it pretty soon. So
an upgrade from their first two albums. The album has 11 songs and features various artists from Kenya. Some of the songs in the album are Chunga, Wrong Reggae, and the famous Sikutambui. They have done collaborations with several other artists.
And out of all those songs, like I think I fell in love with Sikutambui. Like I listened to it even before like it even got to like a million. Like let's say 20,000 views, or let's say 10,000 views. Like I fell in love with it, you know.
Bringing their diverse sounds to a wider audience. They have done collaborations with artists such as Calligraph Jones, Abbas Kubaf, Saboy, and Wangeshi.
Like for us Wakadinali, we see success is what you see. It's you personal. Success is it's your satisfaction. Plus people.
We cannot talk.
I think I love what he said. Like success, it's broken English. Success is you personal, but I think it's all about you. If you want to be successful, it's all about you, you know. So if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Like it will just come to you.
About the success of Wakadinali without talking about the evolution of hip-hop in the Kenyan space. This sound has achieved great milestones since it was introduced in Kenya. Hip-hop served as a form of entertainment and also a medium for social commentary and empowerment. It first emerged in Kenya in the 1990s, pioneered by artists like Alamashaka, K-South, and Hardstone. These pioneers faced many challenges, including lack of access to resources and exposure. In the 2000s, hip-hop went mainstream and also got commercial success. This was the time that Kenyans got to know rappers like Octopizzo, Calligraph Jones,
Octo, A-Town,
and Camp Mula. At this time, Kenyan hip-hop was appreciated.
And by the way, if you are really like if you are Kenyan and you're a real hip hop fan, like you have to appreciate Camp Mula. If you don't know about Camp Mula, or even in Africa, I think most Africans, if you're a hip hop head and you are asked like what is the best like hip hop group like in Kenya, definitely you would say Camp Mula. Right now they're broken up, but I think they'll I don't think like Karun is doing their own thing, her own thing, I mean, and every other person, the other one is a producer, everybody's doing it, the other one is abroad. So I don't think they'll be coming back together, you know. Yeah.
By the mainstream media, it was common to hear hip hop on primetime radio and see artists performing on national television. Capital FM and Homeboyz Radio played a pivotal role in promoting the Kenyan hip hop sound. Homeboyz Radio, the Jump of Freshmen, was a platform that brought forth a new wave of hip hop artists like Boutros, Brida LW, Jovi Jov, and Raj. This was another platform that Kenya got to experience Wakadinali. Thanks to social media that gave Wakadinali unlimited opportunities to promote their music, enabling them to even bypass major labels and release music on their own terms.
Mi mwambianga wase sasa hizi usikuje kuniambia ate uchezwi. That's your joke. Wakadinali hatujaichezwa. No one plays us, man, but we do shows. Solfest, tunaitwa tunakuwa books, big shows. Na ni juu ya internet, man.
So what they're basically, let me finish watching the video. I was gonna explain and I didn't finish watching the video.
Man, feel internet too, yani. Squeeze me your story atunakanyagiwa. Mimi hata sitaki kusikia. I don't think ni real anymore. It's not real anymore.
So what he's saying right now is that they are not being played, like a lot of people are not playing them, but it doesn't matter to them because a lot of plays that they get a lot of bookings, shows, and that's just because of the internet, not about being played on radio and not about people. So they only rely on, if they try to be like in the industry, they say being blackballed, that doesn't work. By the mainstream media, that doesn't work because they rely on the people. Yeah, that's basically what he just said.
Talking about record labels, in 2023, Scam Cardinali condemned Kenyan record labels, noting that they are too judgmental and also selfish. According to Scam Cardinali, their record label Zoza Nation is the only label in Kenya that deserves accolades, because they don't judge an artist by their appearance and habits. So if you smoke or drink, they care less, as their agenda is to make music for you. Remember, with fame comes controversy, and Wakadinali are not an exception. They believe in freedom of speech.
I think I remember this interview, like the clip. I remember this interview, and I think the TV station is not there anymore. I think it was shut down.
Speech have landed them in trouble, especially during radio and television interviews. Wakadinali have also experienced concert attacks as a result of their lyrics. Despite their careful thought that goes into their lyrics, some people have accused them of promoting violence. However, the artists maintain that their aim is to shed light on the issues facing the community around them and to inspire positive change. They are confident that they will not be silenced or discouraged from using their platform to speak out on the issues that matter to them and their fans. Wakadinali are not perfect. Despite their friendship, they usually fight and get into wrangles, but they always find a way to work things out.
Now,
I think that's the thing about groups. Like, if you're together all the time, I've never, like, if you're together all the time, I think it'll get to a point like you will get on each other's necks. So I don't think like there will be, like, that's why you have to, you like there will always be beef, but you have to be, sensible and think about like your career and things like that, So I think that's why they're still together.
hivyo venye unatuona hivyo, suko sana kila saa. Hatuwezi kaa hivi pamoja. Sasa in fact nimeenda nikarekodi nikazitoa. Unajua nikikaa hapa sasa katanuka, you like ni organization nyingine hata mimi naona God man nini yani.
I believe Wakadinali will be here for a long time, giving us more songs and more,
and I believe that too,
albums. Thank you for watching this video, because for now unafaa kuenda nani sahi.
Kuna mahali nafaa kwenda nani sahi, nimesahau hizo lyrics zingine, but let me like I think I'm spoiling the video right now. So that was a good watch. It gave like, if I think like for me it was a good watch, and it gave me like a look into things that I didn't know about Wakadinali, like the ciphers and things like that, how the people who discovered them. So that's it for the video. By the way, shout out to Ongori for the video. It was a nice video, nice documentary, and continue making more. That's where I end the video. See you on the next reaction. Peace.